Right, now, I believe we are streaming. Ooh. You are live. The internet can now totally see you. Stop using our encoder. What? Ooh, there's somebody here already. One weird doggo that likes dinosaurs. Ah. Hey look, I can see my screen, so it is working. Oh no, I forgot to delete it. How are you? I am fine. How are you, Sketchy? Hello, I'm Diego. Hello, Diego. Ooh, everybody's joining. Well then, hello. Then hello, everybody. It's Domtech01 and well, people might not know who me is. Yes, and Matthew the Dinosaur King is meant to be joining soon. And today, we are going over what we think the best figures of 2019 should be. Because of course, since the year is coming to an end, there's only 2 more days left. I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Why not make something like this? Hello, Matthew. Oh yes, because my live stream is 20 seconds behind what's actually happening. Actually, I can either send you the link, or I could possibly show my screen on here. Turn on camera. Turn on screen share. Ooh, we're so professional. Good point. Is it? This is a mess already. Oh. Oh. What? You can't hear Sketchy. My. Or maybe. Just hold on a second. Speak now. Can you guys hear him now? Turn up the volume in case. You can turn up volume in Discord? How on earth do you do that? Nothing. Or maybe it's due if you used to. Okay, so I turned up audio output capture. I turned up desktop audio. And what was I thinking about turning up volume in Discord? I don't know how to. This really is a mess. No, I'm not. And this. Well, nobody has said anything yet. So as far as we know, it could be perfectly fine. Or maybe. Wait. The thing is, I already use this for recording commentaries, and there you can hear my co-host perfectly. I think I'd see the problem. Hold on, can you hear them now? I can hear Sketchy more, but not enough to understand him. Well, it's nice to see somebody's giving us feedback. Oh, great. The thing is, by the time we fix this, it'll probably be time for you to go. You know what? Fuck it.
What are you gonna do?
Speak.
Oh, somebody once told me.
A little more. Wait, so was that before I unplugged it, or I hear him?
It works. It works now.
Okay, just let me turn this down a little more due to things in my actual house. Do that again.
Welcome to the house.
Okay, so can you two please speak?
Hello.
Because as far as we know, it could have stopped working now.
Hello. How is everyone?
I hear Sketchy, but with an echo.
Then goes the Florida.
Who are you trying to be, Emperor Palpatine?
Do you hear the echo now? Okay, how about now? We've spent 10 minutes trying to do this. I hear nothing. Just you. Great. Settings. Audio. If you're on about Facebook, I can't log on to Facebook. And second of all, we can't use Google Hangouts anymore. Tell me if you... Tell me if chat says anything.
I'm trying to make my computer close, but nothing's working.
I think I got you now.
I think honestly this would work way better as just a fun DM call rather than a stream. Because the stream just kind of adds way too much overwhelming pressure.
So Matthew's here. Yes, I hear. It's working.
Ugh.
I finally got it to work.
That's good.
Here we go, 11 minutes in and we can finally start.
Yay!
Woo woo, better late than never. I need to turn on my computer.
Will you be showing off your face today, Adam, or are you just going to hide behind your drawing?
I'm gonna hide behind my drawing.
This ain't my drawing either.
You see, you have to grow the beard. That's how you get on DinoTube. Grow a beard.
I mean, this is why people don't like Keith. He doesn't have a beard. Oh wait,
He doesn't?
Nah.
There he is! There he is!
Boy.
Oh, okay, I'm trying to turn on screen share, so tell me if you guys can see it.
So we got 2 Brits and an American. Oh god, this one, man.
Can you guys see my screen instead of my face?
I can
Nope.
see your face.
You can still see your nice brown hair, or whatever hair you have. The reflection is like really poor, so like it looks brown, but it's probably like black.
I don't have a clue what color it is, and I really don't care.
I'd say dark brown.
So now...
I'd say
Go
it's
on.
gray.
Wait. I thought this stream was about 2019 models, not what colour Adam's hair is.
Exactly!
Well, that would be a great stream. What colour is his hair? No.
Dinosaurs, na. My hair, yes.
Yes.
It's absolutely busted, so like. I'm just gonna have to
Okay, so I think we
There
should...
you go.
Okay, so I think we should finally get started.
Okay.
We have 7 different categories.
We're lollygaggers.
Lollygag.
What?
Young whippersnappers, lollygaggers.
Anytime I dance, my head gets cut out of frame. Why does this happen?
You got a big head.
Yeah,
Wow. How much empty space must there be?
I don't know. So I guess yeah, turn on your screen share at some point so we can see
I'm
all the
trying to.
options.
I've pressed screen share multiple times. I just pressed it there.
Just sit back and read them.
Just casually just read some Life Godzilla.
Godzilla is life.
Well, I mean, actually, yeah,
He is
you're
our
right.
Lord and Savior.
I thought it was Arceus.
He can be both.
Oh, so you're a polytheist.
I am.
Okay. So you guys might actually need to watch the stream if it's not working at the moment.
Alright then. So, okay, so we got so let's see, I'm trying to get up all the statistics. We got 3 atheist chads, 1 beard, 3 piles of hair, 1 magazine, 1 person who's listing way too many things.
I can't even see your screen. I can only see blank things loading.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you don't know, Mathew is, he's reading a magazine while, trying to see, a grizzly bear, a hippo, and some dinosaur skulls watch in the background.
Oh, you can see it. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so much like animals. Yes.
Yeah, it took me a while to notice. And,
So,
me,
so unprofessional.
my head is taking up is basically taking up all the camera.
Not even the audience can see this, and we're wasting our time doing this.
It's honestly, whatever. They can use their imaginations. Maybe someone can draw a cartoon of this.
Whatever you say. So
Actually, there was this one person named Eris. She isn't doing it now because she's going through some things, but she said that later down the road she might consider doing a weird cartoon version of my streams just because of how wacky things get.
Okay, so as I was saying, because we are doing a stream.
Don't get too close to me. Alright,
I can do it if I want to.
Alright, so whatever. So figures.
Okay. So we
I didn't
have.
buy many.
So we have 7 different categories. We've got.
Bloody hell.
How many do you need?
Okay. Just let me speak, please. Okay. So, we have best figure of the year and worst figure of the year, but those are mainly for the end. So,
So you have to fill everything in the middle.
So our main 5 categories is great, good, average, bad, and horrible. So, now it's going to be our job on this stream to go through every single one of these and place them in one of these categories, and eventually crown a winner and a loser at the end.
No! I'm not
You'll be
gonna
fine,
here for
Mathew. I'm doing
hours.
most of the work.
It really depends on how fast we go through these.
Alright, scroll down a little bit. Scroll down your screen just a little bit, so that we can see all our options.
I already have, it's just the stream needs to take a second to catch up.
Really? Huh. That must have been really... Oh, man. Unsurprisingly, the streaming screen's like... Okay, here we go. Found it. Now let's do this!
Okay, so our first figure, the repaint of the Papo Allosaurus. What do you two think so far?
It's like my waxed hair. It's a ripoff. It really is. Like,
Well, you see, I love the original Allosaurus. It was a figure that, well, not based off a Jurassic Park design. So that was a first for Papo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for once, Jurassic World ripped off Papo.
I think it looks... I mean, did it need a repaint? To be honest, not really, personally. I don't really think it did.
Well,
My biggest gripe with the figure is that the promo images made it look so much more blue. And in reality, the blue is so much more faded, and it's much more gray than anything. Yeah, I love gray. I love it when my hair turns gray and realizing that I'm old. I love the color gray.
okay.
Never seen that before.
Can I just say, I've been wanting. I just bought the original Papo Allosaurus last year, and I've been wanting it for absolute years. And when I got it, the paint on it was terrible.
That could have been a newer thing, because I've noticed that recently Papo's quality for, like, the seams seems to have gone a bit downhill, because originally their sculpts were great, and now it seems like they're kind of, like, lackluster. Like, in fact, 1 second, let me get my Papoallosaurus.
Yeah, so I think one thing that Papu needs to stop doing is being so crazy. Because
Yeah,
everything
so, I mean, if
when
you
they
can
get
see, this looks like, I mean, this is when it was originally out. This looks much better, personally. And nowadays, when you see the sculpt, it looks kind of like it's been ripped off. I don't know if you get what I mean, but
it
seems
just
to
doesn't look it just doesn't look the best.
no.
It's just kind of average. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think the Papoallosaurus is worth it in any way. So yeah, but I guess this is a good segue to the other Allosaurus that's on the list, the Safari Allosaurus, right, Adam?
Wait, hold on. Okay, Matthew. As you said, the more recent Allosauruses look more like knockoffs. Well, this is a more recent Allosaurus which the audience can't even see. And I will say, I do have to support you on that claim.
Yeah, because I've seen some of the newer ones in hand as well, like of this color scheme, and yeah, something seems off. Like
Yeah, like the neck seam line is absolutely terrible on mine, and the jaw is so is so easily bendable. It can if I just like you can see the little jaw hinge on it on mine. I could if I just felt like it, I could just break the jaw off, but I never felt like it.
yeah, I mean, when you were saying about the Safari Allosaurus, unlike some people, I'm not going to name names here, Kiki, I actually don't think it's too bad. I think that's probably
Honestly,
the best.
a lot of people
we've
gave
ever
it a
got.
lot of crap. I don't understand why.
Because it's too fat.
Even Camo didn't like the figure. Camo also didn't like the figure, saying that it was rather pudgy. I mean, I don't mind it being rather pudgy.
Have one that doesn't look anorexic. Personally,
it's actually kind of funny that the Allosauruses from Papo and Safari are complete role reversals. The Papoallosaurus has been starved and is living on the streets. Meanwhile, the Safari Allosaurus is living the life of luxury.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. I mean, yeah, we can see what am I doing? I can't speak. I'm getting like how I can't speak on here. No offense, Adam.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you two here, but we still haven't ranked the first Allosaurus.
Oh yeah.
Oh, on the tier list, I'd say it's bad. I don't like it.
Really?
You know, it's not needed. I don't really think it was needed. Would I say it's bad? No. Maybe not as like not.
Maybe average. How about put it in average? Put it in average.
I'd say average.
I'm just playing with my metallic Quetzalcoatlus. Alright, cool. Have fun, buddy boy.
From what I've seen, I'd probably put it in average as well. Okay, so
Alright, then I think that was easy.
Okay, so now you can talk about the chunky Allosaurus.
Okay.
I would honestly say it's probably one of the best Allosaurus figures we've ever gotten.
Really?
Well,
yeah, besides the
when
teeth.
you look at all of the others, like compare it to the original 2008 Allosaurus by Safari, that thing is just skinny. It's got nothing on it. Heck, even the Papoallosaurus has got more muscle on it than that.
Yeah!
Yeah, the large thumb claw is not present on Safari's one, which is a little disappointing, but it still looks fantastic.
Yeah, the Safari Allosaurus for me, I think people are really just... I think a lot of people... Sure, so there are some criticisms, like the fact that there's no teeth on it, like the teeth are kind of just little spots in its mouth.
Because they've added lips, which is still a controversial topic.
Yeah, I mean, I know they did, but they could have executed the lips way better. Let me just say that. But besides that, I think a lot of the criticisms of the Allosaurus are way too harsh and overly petty.
Oh, agreed. Completely agreed.
Alright, Mom. I have to go soon, but if I have to say anything, I bought that thing at the museum, and that thing, it's one of my favorite Allosaurus figures. You can see why in my figure versus figure episode I had it win, because it actually had some muscle to beat the Papoallosaurus.
I mean, I will say the Papoallosaurus does actually have the large thumb claw. He got that right. That's
I have a
something.
thumb claw too, but I don't brag about it.
I got 2 of them.
But I put it in great or good. I put it in great or good. That one's. I like it. It's a good Allosaurus. Hello, boys. What up? Hey, Brutosaurus.
At the moment, I say we should put it in good.
All right then. Before I leave, I wanted to just get through the Animantarchs before we go.
Go
Before
ahead.
I go.
The
The Animantarchs. I'm just happy that Schleich did a new species. The colors are very boring, but the sculpt is. It's I don't know. The colors are bland, but the sculpt's decent enough. I would say it's good, but But I wouldn't be surprised if you put it in average either, because the colors are just so boring. They could have done way more.
The colours on the Animantarchs are kind of boring, but I do applaud Schleich for making a really obscure species, especially being an Odosaurid.
I've never heard of Animantarchs until now,
It's
or
not
until
really
the figures.
from that much material. I mean, I only knew of it because I think from some books or something, as in like an A to Z. But I still think it's a really good. It's a decent thing, I'd say.
Yeah, I like it. Collected Baryonyx. I can get one more done. Collected Baryonyx.
We haven't even ranked these two yet.
We already ranked Safari-Allosaurus as good, and the Animantarchus as average.
Alright, apparently I didn't hear this, even though I'm a runner of the stream.
Are we going in alphabetical order?
I don't
I
have a
think
clue.
so. I don't think so. He's not, because he put Giganotosaurus over Kaiuajara.
Which Giganotosaurus?
The Schleich one. That's terrible.
I wouldn't say the Schleich juvenile is terrible.
No, not juvenile. It's the adult.
Keep that thing away from me.
Yeet!
Keep it away. No, I am not. No, I am not having that in here. No. No.
Yeah. So I think we already know that we're gonna put the Schleich Giganotosaurus in terrible. So
Keep
horrible.
in mind,
Horrible.
I've got my own things to say about this.
Okay.
Whoops! I forgot about this and now I got freedom of speech.
Don't hurt me.
What on earth is going on?
I don't know.
No one knows. So, what do you gotta say, buddy?
Let's get on with the rest of it, shall we?
Well, we haven't ranked Baryonyx yet. We've barely even talked about it.
Ooh, the Baryonyx from Collector. I like it
Likey.
a lot. I love Baryonyx.
Likey.
As I said in
I'd put it in great.
my review, I think it would be the best Baryonyx accurately that anyone's done. Personally.
I mean, Collective loved the color schemes on the figure so much they ripped their own color scheme off 3 times this year.
Well, I will say, this is probably my favourite Baryonyx.
It
So,
doesn't really have any competition.
yeah,
I mean, you've got Papo's Kaiju one. You've got Carnegie's really old skinny one. You have Schleich's ripping off Jurassic World Suchomimus figure. I mean, there's not really much to go on.
Yeah. It's the only one that doesn't have any major flaws.
the thing is, I remember I was gonna make a video about how there isn't enough Baryonyxes, and then this thing just plopped out the same exact day.
Hold my cup of beer. Oh, wait.
And of course, we have another Baryonyx from Collector coming out next year. But
Yeah,
Sadly.
that one, I don't care about that one. I could care less
No,
of it.
I guess I'm not really keen on it too, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, as I do love this Baryonyx sculpt. So who knows, maybe it could work as a juvenile or a subadult.
I think we...
Yeah.
Okay. I think after all that, we should put the Baryonyx in great.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. And while we're at it, let's just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and yeet that Schleich Giganotosaurus in horrible. Please, kill it.
Yeah, put it way down the list. Way down.
Maybe... Hold on a second.
Alright, so he's about to drag it into the tier There we go. Okay, now we have our baryonyx and we have the giganotosaurus sorted out. Perfect. All right then. I'm glad I'm doing more than I thought I was going to be able to do. Kayuajara. Should we get into that?
I'll see it in the stream.
There we go. Just wait until it shows up on the stream.
Giga. Just put it in the Giga tier. The Giga tier is like the worst tier of them all.
I mean, is it me or have Giganotosaurus toys gone downhill a little bit thanks to Schleich?
But
Yes.
you have Eofauna. Eofauna.
I mean, we
did a
have
good job.
Eofauna and Safari, who have done two incredible figures, and then you have the likes of Schleich and Mojo doing that, whatever it is, and then you
Oh, and
have
Papo. You forgot Papo.
who have been
Papo's also
teasing
doing
us a
a job.
Giganotosaurus figure for ages, and they give us that. I mean,
Yeah, just like, all right,
What
little
is
tease,
happening?
tease. You know, just tease, and then ow. Okay, so like,
I mean, what happened?
I don't
Who
know.
is the designer?
I want to fire that guy. So fucking bad.
Well, at least we have Safari and Eofauna. At
Yeah.
least we have that.
Yeah. So I guess the Kayuajara.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's see if
okay, so next we've got this Tapijara thing.
Kayuajara.
Kayuajara.
Caillou.
No, we do not have the Caillou theme song. No. No. Bad. No.
Thank you. Hi guys. Yeah, I'm coming. Just give me a sec. Alright, so now I really have to go. But the Kayuajara, I've never liked the idea of making pterosaurs really huge. It just never works for me. The colors are decent. The sculpt is a thing I like, but the size. Can you just give it a mini mushroom? I put it in good.
I will say I do really like the paint and the sculpt on it, but oh, I guess he's gone. But as Sketchy said, I will say my main problem is with its size.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, what I like is that, at least with all these pterosaurs that they're making in the Supreme class, they're small pterosaurs. Ones that would work in, I guess they would be more size appropriate in a small scale. But I'm glad that they actually chose ones that are smaller pterosaurs. You can add way more detail, add articulated jaws, brighter color schemes, like with the Kayuajara, that beautiful blue eye spot on its crest. Which probably a lot of pterosaurs would have had. They would have had bright colors. But I think it's good. Not great. I'd say it's good. I'd say it's a good figure.
Yeah, I say I say we should place it in good. Okay, next we have this Camarasaurus.
Ooh, that is a really good figure. That is a great figure. The Camarasaurus by Safari. They really did a fantastic update of that figure.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but wasn't there like some kind of controversy around it?
I wouldn't say controversy. I mean, no, not really. I mean, it's the update we didn't know that we needed, especially because of that specimen, as I did state in my review about the possibility of a beak on it. Beak, that's still a little bit up for debate, but it's kind of glad that they added at least some definition.
Yeah. Well, I say, I do really like the look of this sauropod, but I haven't seen it in person, have you?
I've got it in my collection.
Ooh.
I've got it personally. It's like a greyish blue with red stripes, a cream underbelly. It's gorgeous. Like color scheme is gorgeous in hand. It's really, really beautiful.
And-
I'd say it's fantastic. I'd say it's a fantastic figure.
I will say that I do really like the look of it. I like the look of the colours. I really like how big it looks from what I've seen. So, where do you think we should place it?
high up the list.
Ooh.
Really. Well, see, because I can't really see the list because I'm not on my phone, so I can't see the list.
Why, of course. So, do you think we should place this in great or good?
Great.
Alright, I'm gonna take your word for it.
I'm the king, my friend.
But hey, according to my username, I'm the untamable king.
Yeah, but then you got eaten by a giant mosasaur, so...
Yes, but still, I managed to kick both a T-Rex's and three Velociraptors' asses.
Yeah, we don't talk about them.
Okay. Collector Carnotaurus, what do you think?
Now, I don't have this one in hand. I don't have
I
a
do.
collection. But I think it looks alright. I mean, we haven't had a Carnotaurus from Collector in ever. Like, they've never made one.
Hold on a second, I might be able to... Here we go, I've got it in my hands right now.
Is my camera on? You can see me, right?
No, I can't, because mine's just 3 dots floating around.
Is my camera on now?
Well,
Did I turn it off?
Look, Matthew, it doesn't matter. Alright. So, the Collector Carnotaurus.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. I will say, as I'm holding it in my hand right at this moment, it is a really good figure. The worst thing about it is that its eyes are nothing but black.
Yeah, I have noticed that Collector, they do put a lot of, like, just black eyes on their figures. It does it is a little weird.
And I think mine might be warped. Either way, I will say I do really like the look of this thing, and it has to be my favourite Carnotaurus in my collection.
Cool. That's cool. I do hope to pick it up one day, but as of right now, I have not got it. But hopefully one day I can get it.
Or maybe every dinosaur could send you it for free, like what they do with most of their figures.
Hey, that is to help with their website and also to help promote what figures are in. So, suck on that. Honestly, peasants. Honestly.
Okay, I think we should place this thing in good. Or is the chat saying anything?
Well, as I said, it's all up to us. I mean, you actually have the figure, so I think you should have to say on this one. I think it is good. What do you think?
I'll say this thing is like for chat saying good as well. I'll say this thing is like a high good but a low great. But do you want to round up or round down?
Maybe up a bit more. I know that. I mean, it is definitely slimmer and thinner than the Safari one, but I think that is more accurate to what we know of Carnotaurus. It was quite a slim, fast-moving animal.
But accuracy isn't really my goal here. Because I say when I look at the figure, I don't see if it's accurate. I buy it because it's a good figure, not because it's accurate.
Each to their own, I guess. I mean, I personally do prefer accuracy, just personally because I'd like to see how they can update older figures and see what the animal could have actually have looked like. But figures like with Papo, I don't mind having those occasionally.
Okay, so if we're rounding up, we will be putting this thing in great then.
Okay.
Okay, next we've got the Caterpie. Do you have this?
Which one?
This little feathered thing, which I think is called a canopy. I forget who it's made by. I think it's either Safari or Collector.
Oh, what, Citipati?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, by Safari, yeah. I love that figure.
Really?
I really do. I think it's fantastic. I mean, the colour scheme just works. I love the feathering, everything about it. And we actually have now a full Citipati figure, not one named Oviraptor because they couldn't be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Because Oviraptor is only known for a crushed skull and a few other bones, so it's quite hard to determine what it actually looked like. But Citipati finally gets a figure all to itself, and most other, in fact nearly all Oviraptor toys are based on Citipati. More or less. Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
And by the way, can I just commend the fact that this thing isn't holding an egg?
Yeah, unlike another figure, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah. So I will say I do really like the look of it. I really like the colours. I really like the feathering on it. But you're the owner of the figure, so you make the call.
I would put it as great. It's a great figure. I love it.
I cannot believe it. We have more greats than we do in every single other column. Okay, next up we've got... I forget what this thing is called, but I think it's like Diablo Ceratops. It's made by Schleich.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, the Diabloceratops by Schleich.
Yes.
That's an awesome figure. It's a Ceratops, I never thought they'd actually ever do, but it's really good. You okay?
But,
Yeah,
but since I don't own this figure, I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
Is it accurate? Well, I mean, some of the feet, like the toes, how they're placed are, I mean, they still use the elephant feet, so not entirely, but the rest of the figure is fantastic. I mean, if you can't get the Safari one, get the Schleich one. I think it's great. Brilliant figure.
Looking at it, I think we should place it in good. But you're the owner of it, so great it is.
I would put it personally as great. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But I personally think it's great.
Nope, the chat isn't saying anything about the figure.
Wow. Thanks, guys. See it happens.
Okay, so next we have the Schleich Dimetrodon.
I wasn't even keen the first time around with that orange rip-off of Papo's, but now we have the really weird green and blue one. It just doesn't work. No. It's just so off-putting.
Go on.
No, I know Schleich are mainly meant for children, but no, no. If you want a Dimetrodon, go for either Safaris, Collectors, even Papos, but not Schleichs. No. I'm sorry, no.
I was going to mention the fact that this figure does look like it's mainly aimed towards kids, but why wouldn't kids want something like the Triceratops or the Diabloceratops? What is wrong with taking the Dimetrodon and making a figure of that kind of quality? Because in that case, children have a chance of liking it, and collectors, which I know isn't the main target audience, but they also have a chance of liking it. But meanwhile, in this case, this one's obviously mainly aimed directly towards children.
But personally, I don't really think it's that good.
Well, from what I see here, and from what I've seen in person,
Yeah, I've seen it as well.
What?
It's, wow.
I think we should put it in horrible.
Yeah, put it with a Schleitgiger. Where it belongs.
Alright, now, and then I've got another such figure, the Dimorphodon.
Oh, now. You see, I wanted to like the figure, but they are just so blatantly ripping off someone else's artwork,
Yeah.
which they have done before, very subtly with their blue and orange Therizino, but I digress. But, I mean, at least it's sculpted on all fours, which is fine. But it's just the way that the wings, they sort of, with their elbows out like that, it just looks odd. But I'd say it could have been worse. It's not the worst pterosaur figure I've ever seen by a company. I'd say it's average. It's okay. It's not perfect.
Yeah, I think we should put an average, because, guys, if any of you out there, if any of you want a Dimorphodon, I would personally go for the Papo Dimorphodon. I love that thing to pieces, but sadly it's discontinued, so good luck finding it.
Or if you want an accurate one, go for the large collector one they did. That's a far better Dimorphodon than that one. But, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I just put it in average.
The chat seems to think this thing belongs in horrible or bad.
I wouldn't say it's bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's awful. I'd say it's okay. It's average.
it's clear it's clear some actual effort went into this one.
Yeah. They at least tried.
Yeah. Okay. Next we have the Slight Dracorex. What do you think?
Well, we can just call it Spyro, because that's obviously what it looks like. Seeing it, I have seen it in person.
Same here.
Again, I'd say it's average.
Really?
It's good. I'd say it's average. I mean, they at least knew what Dracorex looked like.
Yeah?
It definitely is. It's an interesting one that they've done. I mean, I think it is the first Pachycephalosaur they've done.
Is it?
Turned out well. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the first Pachycephalosaur they've ever done, Shrike. Yeah, I think it's average. It's a good child's toy. Definitely inspired by Spyro the Dragon, but then that's not bad. We love Spyro. Spyro's awesome. But yeah, I personally say it's good. It's average. Better than the Dimorphodon.
I think we should place the Dracorex in good.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely one of the